Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this 8th intro in the videos that I call Comics and Coffee. Yes, it is Saturday. I'm watching cartoons. I'm waiting for SpongeBob to be over because Power Rangers is going to be on at 12. So I'm just kind of mustering through SpongeBob because SpongeBob is kind of ridiculous now. I don't know how it got this bad. Because I used to watch it when it first came on, and it was alright. It was pretty amusing. That's just ridiculous. No, today's episode is brought to you by ScatteredComics.com. Go to any local comic book store that you have around your area that you live in Sacramento, and find Scattered Comics because I'm pretty sure it's in every comic book store around Sacramento. Because I know it's in Empire Comic Books. I know I've heard that it's a Big Brother. It's at River City. River City's moved, I don't know where. But it's around. So check them out online at scatteredcomics.com. And go to local comic book stores and support your local comic book stores. And pick up local comic books. Because that helps out everyone. So, also, today's episode's guest is Marcus Clawson, the man who writes Mellow Man, who does the daily sketches on Facebook, who is a part of Geek Life on the Geek Life podcast. It was Tuesday when I did this because he came by. He normally doesn't come by to the comic book meetings because he lives all the way in Sassoon. The comic book meetings is in Fulton. You could gauge how far that is, and plus he has a family, so you can understand why he doesn't show up all the time. But he showed up. I had a chance to record a video with him, so yeah, we basically just talk about Ninja Turtles, how busy he is, who our first, knew we were men kind of things, and yeah, that's about it. So I hope you enjoy this episode, and yes, I know it's Tuesday and it's not Thursday, but I haven't had this man here in a while, and he lives, you know where he lives. He lives out in Sassoon. So
Been a while.
Yeah, so when we get him down here, it's a very good treat. So I decided to have, do a video and have my hair do some weird things. I don't know what's going on.
I worked on my hair for this too.
Yeah, we work down here. This is, you got that Mandarin
It's going pretty
Kinda.
good.
kind of thing. So what's going on? What's going on there, buddy? What's been going on?
I've been busy with a lot of commission work. I've started getting paid for artwork, which is always a nice thing.
Yes, yes.
I've had several projects sort of started. One, I'm working with the Zergas right now, Returning Christie Zerga, Legends of Heroes and Villains on a title. And then after that, since the 5th issue of Mellow Man is completed and I'm collecting it into a trade paperback, I'm moving on to a graphic novel that I'll be posting online as soon as I finish my current workload. So,
Wow.
And those will be posted for free so anyone can read them.
Nice. Online. Look at you all
I know, right?
savvy and everything.
I also have a YouTube channel,
Which I subscribed to last night.
and everyone should subscribe to.
Yes.
It's YouTube/The Red Eye Comic Guy. And it's all videos of me recording my drawings. So I do a daily sketch, and I record them in laps so that you can see a 17-minute condensed down to about 2 minutes.
Those laps are pretty hard to do, though. I've had to do a laps video for someone, so it's such time consuming. Like, it's fun, but it's just like, ugh. So much work. Enterprise is calling me.
You can take it if you want.
No.
I got an app on my phone. I think it costs about $5 called Lapsit, which is pretty simple. because I use my phone for everything.
Right.
So all I do is I got a little rig from Walmart, cost like $10, and I just point my phone towards my sketchbook,
Yeah.
and then I just press record every 1 second, and I just go. And then when I'm done, it actually lets you add music to it. So I went to
Right.
I Google searched license-free music,
Right.
and I added a whole bunch of license-free music. There's some pretty good stuff out there that's
I gotta check
free
that
to
out.
use because on one of my videos I used the theme from Night Before Christmas, and Facebook removed it within the first 10 minutes. So
You're just like,
don't do that.
Yeah, you're like, whoops.
Well, YouTube didn't remove it. YouTube was
Yeah.
like, hey, just so you know, you're using copyrighted material.
Yeah.
But then didn't take it down. They were just like, we just want you to know you're breaking the law. Have a great day, YouTube. Whereas Facebook was like, no, we're not doing this. It's gone.
Yeah. YouTube/Google. Have a good day. No. Okay, so if you haven't seen the Turtles, I highly not. I don't know. I saw it. It was kind of cool. It's not a movie that I was going to run out and go see again. But I kind of liked it. But everyone didn't believe me that Johnny Knoxville was the voice of Leonardo.
Is he? I'll look it up.
Yeah, look it up right now because everyone is like, no, you're lying. Why would one of the stars of Jackass be the most zen turtle in all of history?
Yeah. Well, I view movies nowadays through the goggles of are my kids enjoying them?
Right.
And my kids, because of the Nickelodeon cartoon series,
Right.
really, really enjoy the Turtles. And I gotta say, the action takes a little while to get to.
Right.
And I don't know. In the cartoon series, they look like teenagers. They act like teenagers. And in this one, I mean, Mikey's goofy always.
Right.
But Leo and Raph,
Are they just like this?
they're kind of adults, you know. Like they didn't have the same attitude that they do in the show. So right off the bat, my 2-year-old, well, my 3-year-old, almost fell asleep because there wasn't enough action. Because there were long beats. Like the turtles don't show up until a little bit into the movie, and then I think the sheer size of the turtles and the attitudes that they took totally just dissuaded my 5-year-old from enjoying it. I mean, he still got out of the movie saying that was great, and I think just because he got to go to the theaters and sit in a theater, but yeah, Johnny Knoxville right there, IMDb.
Yep, voice of Leonardo. Did you get to see how Megan Fox learned how to ride a bicycle in the movie?
You know what? It looked like Megan Fox was learning a lot of things from that movie. That movie, if you want a stunning example of how that girl cannot act, go watch The Turtles because it was awful.
Yeah, because if you didn't notice when she was riding her bike, you saw her legs do this. And so I think in post-production they sped it up to make it seem like she was actually just riding a bike. But if you pay attention, just like, it's like, wait a minute, you were in the city. Why did you go from the city all the way to the outskirts?
The other thing, too, is that I'm big on casting. I really, really like good casting. And Megan Fox is just not April O'Neil in any kind of way. Like, I have no idea what the casting director was thinking when they pulled that move. It didn't make any sense to me because she just doesn't seem like the April O'Neil that I've seen in any of the facets of the Turtles, whether it be the original black and white comic books, whether it be the 80s cartoons that I watched, or the newer cartoons that my kids watch. I've never seen April O'Neil that was Megan Fox-esque. Yeah. And, just like, and not to mention the fact that Michael Bay produced this movie. I thought that Michael Bay and Megan Fox were like, no, we hate each other because she talked so much trash about him during the Transformers series. But apparently she didn't talk enough trash because here she is in basically the starring role in Turtles.
Right, and just wearing a yellow leather jacket and signifying, hey, I'm April O'Neil.
And in a way, she was the star, too.
Right.
Because I think the story focused more on her than it did the actual Turtles.
Yeah, and it just made it seem like her father was a focal point of creating the Turtles. I'm like, I don't know. Wait. Why are we going into Spider-Man territory here?
Exactly. It really, really wasn't for me. I mean, I was happy to spend the money because I had the day off and I wanted
Right.
to take my kids to go see a movie of a series that I knew that they loved.
Right.
But it was kind of a. I'm not gonna say it was a disappointment because I went in thinking it wasn't gonna be fantastic, and
Right.
it didn't let me down. It was actually at par of what I thought it was gonna be. So if you go in and you're like, this is gonna suck, then guess what? You'll be right.
I think the only cool part was when they were beatboxing in the elevator.
That might have been, but like, I don't know. I guess I needed more from in humor as well
Right.
too, because like it wasn't funny. I mean, so we got the horrible acting of one Miss Fox.
Right. Tony
you had-
Shalhoub as Shredder.
You had the lack of decent action.
Mm-hmm. Megatron as Shredder.
Why did he have to have? Why was he
I
a robot?
don't
Michael
know.
Bay was like, Transformers, they're over, and I got to make more or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, there was no point for Shredder to
He's
look
like,
like that.
how do I take Shredder and turn him into Megatron?
Yeah, basically, it was all bad. And then you add in just the bad writing, basically. I mean, okay,
Yeah.
when he made this movie and he posted online that they were
Yeah.
going to be aliens,
Yeah.
and the internet exploded in his face because they were
Yeah.
like, no, you will not make turtles aliens. The turtles are mutants. Get it straight.
Yeah. That's why they're called Teenage.
There was
Mutant
so
Ninja
much
Turtles.
backlash that he changed. And he was like, okay, they're mutants again. That's what we're going to do. They're mutants.
He did that Xbox thing.
But even that being said, I mean, if you're making this for fans, people that are going to backlash when you say something that's obviously wrong for the storyline,
Right.
then why do you go and make it so that the Shredder learned karate from a book he found in the sewers?
Splinter.
Like that, Splinter. Sorry,
That's how horrible the movie was.
Like-
you couldn't tell between.
it might as well have been the same character. I don't know. It was bad. It just didn't seem like.
A rat could read a Thai book and learn how to do all of that in a matter of 6 months.
Well, and the whole point was that like he knew it because he
Right.
trained watching his owner.
Right.
And this was just, or even the Nickelodeon cartoon, he knew martial arts as a human before he was
Right.
mutated into
A rat.
Splinter.
Right.
And this just had nothing to do with it. It was like, oh, well, I read a book.
Yeah.
So now I'm going to train the four most
Yeah.
deadly ninjas in all of New York because I read a book.
Yeah. Well, I
Thanks,
think.
Kindle. Like,
Yeah.
You know,
I think I was trying to get kids to go. Listen, if you read books, you can learn things.
I have a feeling like the guys who made this movie didn't think deep enough to make that connection. They were just like, let's make it our own version. And this version is going to
Yeah.
be called Suck. You're welcome, world. Turtle. Turtle.
You know what I got for my birthday? I got for myself.
What'd you get for yourself?
I was on my way to get some breakfast with a friend, right? I was walking by. I was on C Street, and it's this little place called Orphans. And I parked on the side of the street, and I'm walking by it, and they had the cartoon Ninja Turtle sewer set with all the turtles, Shredder, the van, and a Foot Clan, and
Nice.
April O'Neil. And the sign said that, hey, my son is selling all of this. It's worth $200 in action figure and set building, and we're offering only $20. And I'm like, the guy sees me read it. He's like, hey, do you interested in your getting it for your nephew? I'm like, nephew, I will buy this. And he's like, all
Then it
right.
becomes your toy.
Yeah, so I went over to the Orphans ATM, got 20 out, made a reservation, by the way, and then came back, gave him $20, and I now have the whole sewer set and all the turtles, plus about Splinter, and I put it on my desk in my room, and I put my laptop right next to it, so now it's like my Ninja Turtle desk.
Shrine.
Yeah,
Nice.
so
I wanted to keep up with the toys because I buy them for my kids.
right.
And it just got too hard. They released so many villains so
Yeah.
fast. Last time I was at Target, now they have the Salamander out. They have Razor out. And those are in addition to all the ones from the last series that I wasn't able to pick up. I never got the Little Turtles.
Right.
I never got... I think I finally got Fish Face a long time ago because someone told me that if you buy Fish Face, save it because it's discontinued.
Right.
And you're never going to find it again. And now they're everywhere.
Yeah.
But
Did they have this gentleman right here, or this gentleman right here? Did they bring these two guys back? These
Well,
iconic people.
Are you up to date with the cartoon?
Yes.
There's the episode where the character that looks strikingly like
Rocksteady.
Bebop.
I thought this was Rocksteady. No, this is Bebop.
You're looking
Never
at it
mind.
backwards.
I am. This is a Rocksteady. Wait, no, this is.
That's Rocksteady.
Jesus. Crap.
And you're looking at the back of the box.
Yeah. Oh man. But again, these were our iconic villains back in the day.
That was our Dog Pound and
Right.
Fish Face.
And this is actually what April O'Neil is supposed to look like.
Not Megan Fox.
Now, yellow jumpsuit, red hair, news reporter. Pretty hot. This one right here is where I knew I was a man. I became a man. This is where I started liking girls.
Because of an 80s cartoon.
hey, because of April O'Neil in a yellow jumpsuit that had like the zipper down to here.
Fair enough.
And
Slutty
so when I saw this, something was starting to tingle downstairs. I'm like, oh, I'm thinking I'm starting to like girls now.
There you go.
So, thank you, April O'Neil. Okay. You know what I was watching today while I was here, waiting for this. It's Tuesday and it's a comic book meeting going on, and they're introducing each other. I listened to this podcast called Go Bayside, done by April Richardson. She watches each episode of Saved by the Bell, and she has a guest on. She breaks it down.
Nice.
It's a hilarious thing. They had this unauthorized Saved by the Bell movie on Lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, this is the only time I'll watch Lifetime because I wanted to see how horrible this movie was.
Sure.
And I did like Saved by the Bell because that's how
I was a fan of Saved by the Bell.
I was too because I thought that's how high school was. But
what is the actor that plays Zach?
Mark Paul Goss?
Okay. When we used to watch that show at our babysitter's house with lots of other kids.
Yes.
And the credits would roll.
Right.
And then we would assign who we were. And if your name matched the name of the actor, you automatically got to be him. So when I was little, I got to be Zach all the time just because of my name.
Right.
And so I was like, no complaints in that system. Good, I get to be Zach.
Yeah. Well, I was trying to be like, no, I don't want to be Screech. But then I was just like, listen, I'm not like Screech in any way, so that's fine. If I have to be the nerdy, plucky sidekick of the group, at least I'll be better than Screech because I know I'm not anything like Screech. So, but no, I don't know. It was the weird thing is it had Zach. They had the kid playing Zach stop time, do his stop time thing,
Mm-hmm.
and he started explaining it like he was starting to narrate the movie, and then Screech is like, no, I'm doing it this time, and the guy's like, wait, you can't do that, and Screech's like, I think Screech wanted to go, no, go fuck yourself, it's my turn to do it. So, I've seen half of it, and it's more of what Screech saw, and I think it's more of like, oh, Screech has been picked on, oh, Screech has been typecasted, oh, so that's probably why it's called the unauthorized one, because it's not a fair assessment.
I was thinking, I thought about this the other day. I don't know why Saved by the Bell was in my head, but if there were to be an interaction between Zach Morris and Ferris Bueller,
Right.
would they bump heads or would they be best of friends? Would they be BFFs?
I think they would bump heads at first because they both have the same ideas. But at the same time, when it came down to it, they'd probably be like, wait a minute, you have a good plan. And how about if we add this and then this? And they're both like, genius.
That could be a movie.
That could be a movie.
And it would have to end like with classic Thelma and Louise style of both of them going over a cliff.
But who would be hotter, Sloane or Kelly?
Sloane was hot.
Right.
I mean,
so,
Kelly was okay, but no. Okay, I'll take it back. Kelly was hot, but Sloane was like ridiculous. Like that person doesn't go to high school. I'm sorry. That person lives in your dreams, and that's about it.
By the way, if we're keeping count, okay. So April O'Neil, first girl that make me,
A man.
Yeah, a man. Pink Ranger, second one. Sloane, third one, and then Kelly Kapowski, fourth one.
Okay, so you even rank her above Kelly then too.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry because I saw Ferris Bueller first, and it was like, who's this?
Exactly. Was that actress in anything else? I mean.
No, she was in Birds of Prey. She was playing Harley Quinn.
Right on.
Yeah. And I didn't realize that until I saw a VH1 special, like Where Are They Now kind of thing. I went, oh shit, that's Harley Quinn. And for those that don't know what VH1 is, in the 90s,
Where is VH1 now?
in the 90s, there was two music channels. There was MTV, and then there was the smooth jazz, soul-free kind of
Music channel for mom.
yeah, called VH1. So now there's only, I think VH1 still exists somewhere down in like the 900s in your cable channels, where you don't really venture out to very much. So I mean,
I don't have cable. I do everything with my Apple TV. I watch Netflix and then I buy TV series, and that's about it.
hence why I said cable, where you venture, no one ventures out to anymore because no one really has cable anymore.
The world's going digital, man.
I know. I mean, I say if I get my own place again, I'm not going to need TV. I'll just need a very strong internet access,
Right?
and just Netflix, Amazon. You know.
That would be the disadvantage, though, is that sometimes when you have when your internet connection sucks,
Yeah.
you're not watching TV that day. Like it's gone.
Yeah.
We have like a wall in our living room is covered with bookshelves, full of DVDs. Some of them TV shows, most of them movies.
Right.
And we just don't watch them, like because everything that we watch. I don't know if it's like because we're just lazy as a family, but we like to be able to just turn the TV on and click, 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 and then we can find it and play it. Whereas with a DVD, you got to get off your butt, open it, put it in, press the button. It's just too much work.
Make your way back to the couch, hoping you don't miss anything.
Exactly. It's just and the risk factor in that is
Right.
just
Yeah.
incredible.
It's horrible. Like
So-
everyone's telling me, it's like, hey, you're gonna pick up Captain America? You pick up Captain America? I'm like, I've already seen it at least
You
two
know,
times.
just buy it on iTunes. Why would you do
I bought
that?
it like a week ago.
Or if you're an internet pirate, you can just get it.
Right. But I was at SAC Anime this past weekend, and there was a guy. I was in line to see the Time Force guy, and there was a guy holding the Power Ranger, Mighty Morphin Power Ranger like collector's set helmet that you could store all the DVDs in, and it comes in like big Power Coin disc things, right?
Nice.
And he had it and he wanted it signed, and everyone's like, "Oh my God, how much was that? That's gotta be amazing to watch on Blu-ray." Blah blah blah. And I kind of was like, well, "Yeah, that's cool," but all the seasons are on Netflix, and everyone just dreams. I think I crushed right there because literally they're all on Netflix.
I mean, there's some people out there that want to own it. They have a physical copy and it's theirs. And I mean, it's the same thing with comic books. Like,
Right.
I'll be giving away, for anyone who's interested in my comic book, Mallow Man, you can read the first issue for free at mallowmancomic.tumblr.com. But what I find is that, like, I still get people at the conventions who want to buy it so they can have that physical copy.
Right.
And I think it's the same thing with the DVDs. That or the fact that the DVDs came with, like, a cool holding
Case
thing.
and everything. But at the end, like 4 or 5 years later, you're just looking at it going, why did I spend $50
Exactly.
for this?
Or maybe it'll be worth something you can put on eBay.
That is true.
That's the other option. I mean,
That is true, but do you really want to wait that long to just be
Exactly.
like, why?
and then it'll just sit in your garage and gather dust. And,
Yeah. Like, I know a lot of people that are asking, they're like, oh, are you a Friends fan? And I'm like, I'm totally a Friends fan. Like, do you have, like, the whole season collector's set? I'm like, no, I didn't want to spend the $240.
See, I have all 10 seasons, and we so very rarely actually use them.
Exactly. See, you don't.
But
just
I don't
like,
think they're on Netflix, friends.
No, they're not on Netflix. But at the same time, you're just kind of looking at this big box thing going, why did we get this?
And it's just, I mean, it's sheer coincidence that we're talking about it now, but we did recently pull them out and we watched a couple of discs
Right.
out of like season 5 or something. And that's been it for a long time. Other than that, we just stick to our shows that are all digital because it's convenient. And honestly, at nighttime, when I'm home from work and I'm putting something on, it's not necessarily for entertainment value sometimes as much as it is for background noise. Because I draw, my wife writes or she does homework, and then it's just kind of something that you can look up and laugh at occasionally.
Right.
And now Netflix has this new feature where
It asks you if you keep wanting to watch it.
it just starts it for you without you even thinking. So you can burn through episodes without even thinking about
I
it.
don't know. I was watching BoJack Horseman. Have you ever seen that yet?
Mm-mm.
It's all right. It's got Will Arnett as this horse that was a '90s comedy, and now it's like now, and he's just like totally out of work, and he's ran over everyone.
Will Arnett?
Yeah, as the horse. He was in a '90s sitcom called Horsing Around, because all in the '90s there was all these family sitcoms and everything where it's like he's a horse that adopts a family, and it's kind of Saved by the Bell-ish, where it's all they go through an episode learning a lesson, and at the end of it it's just like kind of at the end of the music.
The sum up,
Right.
basically.
And so now it's showing to where how he's just like he's supposed to be writing a book, and he's just like belligerent. He's like a drunk, and he has a guy that's in his house living rent free and does drugs and all this stuff. And it's a kind of a twisted dark comedy, but I liked it. But like you were saying, it just kept like after
It just keeps
episode,
going.
it just kept running and running and running and running until I finally like sat down and watched the last 2 episodes. And I'm like, this was all right. But at the same time, I wasn't paying attention to half of it because I was making costumes and doing other things while I was just on. So yeah, it's all about convenience nowadays sometimes.
Yeah.
But
So when the zombie apocalypse happens, we're all going to be screwed. We're not going to know how to take care of ourselves.
well, I mean, the newer generation won't be.
Siri, how do I kill a zombie?
Well, yeah. If you haven't seen Walking Dead, yeah, you're screwed.
Basically.
But I saw a payphone yesterday.
Wow.
Yeah, still working too. It was on K Street, I think.
I haven't seen one of those in a while.
I haven't seen those in a while. Well, all right, Marcus. So tell everyone where they can find you and all of your great things.
You can find me on Facebook, facebook.com/marcus.clawson, or you can find me on Tumblr at clawsonart.tumblr.com. You can read Mallow Man issue 1 at mallowmancomic.tumblr.com, and now you can find me on YouTube at youtube.com/the Red Eye Comic Guy.
Hey, that's pretty awesome because last time you did this, you didn't even have a Twitter.
I know, right? Now I'm all over the place, taking over the world.
And then you're gonna have an Instagram. You just like
people are saying that's the next step for me. I got to get an Instagram, and I'm like,
well, I think
one more thing.
I think
my upload regime is crazy. I finish a drawing, and then I have to upload it in 2 different places on Facebook, along with the video in 2 different places on Facebook, and then I got to upload it to Tumblr, which then uploads it to Facebook, and then I got to upload on YouTube, and I got to upload that one. That one goes to Facebook as well, and that's the process it takes me to push things up once I make them.
Can I suggest a shorter route? Get Instagram. Make the video. It's can't be no longer than 15 seconds or 15 minutes. 15.
If it's minutes, we're okay. If it's seconds, it's not gonna fly.
I can't tell time very well. There's no zeros on this side. It's like 15. No, I don't think it's 15 seconds. Anyways, you can make videos on Instagram, and then they have before you post it, there's links at the bottom for Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, all that stuff. So therefore, you link all your accounts to Instagram, do 1 video a day, hit link share to all of those, and you'll be done.
Now does Instagram have the most links? Because
look,
Tumblr has. I know I can do my Tumblr to my Facebook, and I know I can link my YouTube to my Facebook.
Okay.
But when I post my YouTube videos, sometimes they don't automatically go to my Facebook, and only some of my Tumblr ones automatically go to Facebook.
Technology here. Okay, so I go to Instagram, right, and say I want everyone to see this Black Canary picture, right? You hit next. You do all the filters, all the settings, and then see how it right down there.
So Facebook, Tumblr.
You just boom, boom, boom. You hit all 3 of them. Hit share. Tag the people you want to tag in. Send it directly if you want to. Add a location. All that stuff, and it just all goes into one. It's in one spot, but then it's like the post office.
That doesn't actually help me out too much though, because I post my images in Facebook on specific forums or pages, and my Tumblr already links everything I load to my personal Facebook page, so it doesn't save me that much time.
Well then, okay.
I know, it's gonna have to be a hassle. That's gonna have to be the cost of being an artist in the modern age, where everyone is on social networks. You got to be able to be on everything, and you got to be constantly uploading.
Right. Which I'm kind of like in sometimes because I do other things. So that's probably tough.
That's understandable.
Yeah, that's rough. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. You can follow me at short_nerdy guy on Twitter, short nerdy guy, facebook.com/short nerdy guy, and see you guys at a con near you when cons happen, I guess. Yeah. So I thank you for watching. Anything else you want to say?
No, thanks.
Okay. No. Thank you. Have a good night, guys, and read more comic books, especially this, guys.